train your mind and eyes to always see good in your husband. You get why? It is very important that you see the good he is doing, no matter how small that good is. It is very important that you also acknowledge it. My dear sister, your mind and your thoughts are powerful instruments that can shape who you are, that can shape what your marriage will become, that can shape even who you see your husband to be. One of the most amazing gifts that God gave us is the ability for us to be able to shape our world through the power of our thoughts. My darling sister, your mind and your thoughts have a great role to play in the success of your marriage. Remember what the Bible says in the book of Proverbs chapter 23 verse 7. There the Lord made us to understand that as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So as you think towards your marriage, so is your marriage. What you think about your marriage, what you say about your marriage, what you put into your marriage become. If you keep thinking that your husband is a never-do-well man, if you are always thinking, this my husband is a cheat, this my husband is a cheat, when he see any girl, anything on skirt, he runs after it. Oh, my darling sister, you are dragging something into your life. When you keep thinking my husband is not caring, my husband is not loving, he doesn't care, he doesn't provide, he doesn't do this, your husband will become that man in your korokoro eyes. And you know what? It will remain that way. Why? What most of us don't know is that as you think, you are indirectly changing the physical nature of your brain to keep seeing things from that angle. So when you are thinking your husband is a no good man, a never do well man, your brain will only recognize when your husband is not doing well. Anytime he's doing good, your brain will never see it. If what you think most of the time about your husband is his ungodly behavior, that's the only thing you see, that's the only thing you talk about, my dear sister, that is the only thing your brain will recognize. That is the only thing your brain will always point out to you. No matter the level of the good your husband does, your brain will never see it. You to think about it. When was the last time you saw the good in your husband? Your brain is not picking it. Why? Because you have conditioned, you have trained your brain to only pick the things he does wrong. And you know the beautiful thing about the brain? It will help you magnify it. Why is Satan there? The Bible says he comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. So those negative things that your brain is speaking about your husband, Satan will help you magnify it. And if you are not conscious, if you are not intentional, in order for you to redirect those negative things and turn them to positive things, my darling sister, you will just realize that your husband is a never-do-well man. You will never see any good in him. And as you are not seeing good in him, you will not see good in your marriage. And your marriage will not become healthy. So what happens? Peace, joy, love, happiness, everything will not be seen in your marriage. My dear, you see the good you see and think about your husband. When you think about them, the same way your brain helps you to magnify those bad things, that is how your brain will help you to magnify the good things. The Bible says, and I pray you follow what the Bible says. It said, whatsoever is noble, whatsoever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, whatever, if anything is excellent, if anything at all is praiseworthy, the Bible says you should think about it. Please go and take that Philippians chapter 4 verse 8 and dwell on that passage. The Bible says, whatsoever is lovely, whatsoever, you have to think about those things. So my darling sister, God knows why he's asking you to think about those things, so that you don't give room to the negative things, so that your brain doesn't condition to the negative things. Never allow your mind to dwell on the ungodly things you see in your husband. My dear, focus more on the good he does, no matter how small. Don't copy the behavior and the custom of the people of the world. But let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn God's will and plan for your life. My dear sister, there is a perfect and pleasing plan that God has for you. Please, you need to recondition your brain. You need to start paying attention to the little things your husband is doing. All those good things. It will help your marriage and it will help you. May the Lord give you understanding. I'll see you tomorrow by the grace of God. Bye.